Weekends are great and everyone loves them, and if you have delicious food to enjoy, then those are the perfect days. In today's video, I have for you 3 delicious recipes of breakfast, lunch and a dessert. First, I'm going to show the recipe of melt-in-the-mouth Malabar breakfast crepes or maida dosha. For this, add egg, water and flour into a blender jar and blend well. Add salt also. The batter should be really loose. Now pour the batter into a hot pan. Swirl the pan for the batter to spread evenly and let it cook. It doesn't take much time for this crepe to cook. It will be ready within few seconds. You don't have to flip the dosha, just transfer it onto a greased plate. We typically serve this with a spread of ghee and sugar, but you can serve this with Nutella or lotus or whatever topping you like, but I feel it tastes best with this ghee-sugar combination. Then you can either roll it or fold like how it is shown here. The crepes are ready. Always make sure that you mix the batter well each time before pouring it onto the pan. The crepes should be as thin as a tissue paper. If you feel your crepes are getting very thick, it can be either because you're pouring a lot of batter to the pan or because the batter is thick. So thin it with a little bit of water. These crepes are best served when it is warm. Next, it is fried chicken biryani. For this, first you have to marinate chicken with red chilli powder, turmeric powder and salt. Mix it well and then shallow fry it in a pan until it is half cooked. I fried the chicken on high heat until it got browned on the outside. In the same oil in which you fried the chicken, add whole garam masala, let the aroma get released and then add onions. Saute the onions really well until it gets soft and brown in color. Then add ginger garlic paste and coriander powder, turmeric powder and a little bit of garam masala powder. Mix it well and cook it for a minute or 2. Then you have to add chopped tomatoes. I chopped the tomatoes and green chillies in the food processor and added it together. Cook this for about 5 to 6 minutes until the tomatoes are completely cooked and soft. Then you have to add yogurt and mix it well on very low heat. Add the fried chicken back into the masala along with all the juices and cover and cook on very low flame for about 20 to 25 minutes. The masala is ready. Finally add coriander leaves and mix it well, and if you feel that the masala is having gravy, increase heat to high and reduce it. Next, I'm going to make ghee rice. For that, in a pan, add ghee and add the whole garam masala and let it cook for about 1 minute. Then add soaked jeerakashala rice. Soaking the rice in water is very important. Only then you'll get very nice soft rice after cooking. Add salt and mix well and let the water boil and reduce to the level of the rice. Then cover and cook on low flame for 10 minutes. I'm roasting the cashews in ghee to put on top of the assembled biryani later. You can even fry onions and use it, but we don't like fried onions much, so I'm not making that. It's time to assemble the biryani. So first I'm going to take about 3/4 of the rice out of the pan and adding all of the chicken masala into it, and then I'll add the rice back on top of the masala. I'm going to cook the biryani on dum for about 40 to 45 minutes. For that I'm going to place a very heavy pan on the flame, and then I'll keep the biryani pot on top of it and cook on very low flame, covered like this with aluminium foil for 40 minutes. So the biryani is ready. The aroma that was coming out of the rice was so good. It was amazing. This recipe is my mom's recipe. She used to make this a lot before, but this time when I went to Dubai, she made it after a long time and I was in love with it. And I asked her for the recipe and I made it exactly as how she told me. For dessert, this weekend I made this melt in your mouth, fresh, light, creamy, easy to impress, no bake, eggless coconut creme caramel. First I'm going to make the caramel. For that you have to add powdered sugar and water into a pan and mix until the sugar is completely dissolved. Once the sugar is dissolved, keep it on high flame and let it boil without stirring until the color turns golden brown in color. You can swirl the pan. Do not let the caramel turn very dark or you'll get a burnt taste. To make the coconut cream, in a heavy bottom pan, pour milk and let it come to a boil. Pour condensed milk into the boiled milk and stir well. The caramel is ready. Now I'm going to pour that into individual ramekins. Now I'm pouring coconut milk into the milk mixture on very low flame while stirring continuously. I'm melting agar powder in about 1/4 cup of water and keeping it ready to pour into the milk. If you're using the usual China grass, then you can melt it in 1 cup of boiling water until the China grass is completely melted and pour it into the milk mixture through a strainer. Now I'm pouring the milk onto the caramel into each ramekin. Refrigerate for about 4 to 5 hours or better overnight until the pudding gets set. Unmold it and serve. As much as I love agar pudding, I love caramel custard too. Maybe it's the silky texture that attracts me, so I thought of combining both desserts and came up with this coconut creme caramel. All the flavors blend so well. Do try it, it is super yum. Thank you so much for watching. Please do comment, like, subscribe and share with your family and friends. It would mean the world to me. Stay tuned for my next video. Thank you so much for watching.